Have you ever stood in a kitchen and felt not just hungry, but truly nourished? A space that doesn't just demand you to cook, but invites you to linger, to connect, to breathe? That, my friends, is the magic of the Mediterranean kitchen. It's a design philosophy whispered on the sea breeze, baked into sun-kissed clay and woven through rustic wood grain. It's not about replicating a villa in Santorini or a farmhouse in Tuscany, though that's a beautiful dream. It's about capturing a feeling of warmth, of authenticity, of a life well lived and shared around the heart of the home. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most powerful and soulful combinations within this style, the dynamic, life-affirming partnership of vibrant blue and natural materials. This isn't just a color scheme. It's a conversation between the elemental and the emotional. Blue, in all its glorious shades from Aegean deep to coastal sky, brings the drama, the cool serenity, the timeless connection to sea and sky. It's the color of depth and tranquility. And it finds its perfect counterpart in the raw, textural, grounding presence of natural materials. Wood that tells a story with every knot, stone formed over millennia, plaster that holds the soft light of dusk, and terracotta that hums with the warmth of the earth itself. In a world that often feels too fast, too digital, and too sterile, this combination is our antidote. It's a return to design with soul, to spaces that feel collected rather than decorated, lived in rather than staged. We're moving beyond the all-white, clinical farmhouse and into a more expressive, personalized, and richly layered era of kitchen design. This is where heritage meets modernity, where color is embraced with confidence, and where the very materials themselves become the star of the show. It's a trend, yes, but it's rooted in something ancient and unchanging: our human desire for beauty, comfort, and a connection to the natural world. So, whether you're planning a full gut renovation or simply looking to infuse your existing space with this timeless yet trending energy, you're in the right place. Over the next while, we'll deconstruct this look, explore its core components, and unlock a treasure trove of fresh, actionable ideas you can use to craft your own Mediterranean sanctuary. Get ready to fall in love with your kitchen all over again. Segment 1. Deconstructing the magic, the core elements. Before we start picking out paint swatches or tile samples, we need to understand the why behind the wow. The powerful synergy between vibrant blue and natural materials doesn't happen by accident. It's a carefully choreographed dance based on fundamental design principles. First, let's talk about color psychology and the Mediterranean soul. Blue, in this context, is far more than just a hue. It's a narrative device. Think about the deep, almost inky blues of the Moroccan night sky, the bright, cheerful cerulean of Greek fishing boats, the soft, hazy periwinkle of a Provençal twilight. Each shade evokes a different emotion. When we introduce these blues into the kitchen, a space often associated with heat and hustle, we are consciously bringing in a cooling, calming influence. It counteracts the warmth of the oven and the frenetic energy of meal prep, creating a balanced, serene atmosphere. This is the principle of cool and warm balance in action, and it's absolutely crucial for a space that needs to be both highly functional and deeply relaxing. Now, let's ground that beautiful blue with our second element, the authenticity of natural materials. The true genius of Mediterranean design lies in its celebration of imperfection. This is where we move away from the mass-produced and embrace the unique, the textured, the handcrafted. We're talking about wide plank oak floors with a matte, oiled finish that feels soft underfoot and shows a gentle patina over time. We're talking about honed marble or travertine countertops, whose veins and fossils tell a geological story and which develop a beautiful character with use. They provide a tactile, visual warmth that makes a room feel instantly welcoming and lived in. They are the earthy, grounded base that allows the vibrancy of the blue to sing without overwhelming the senses. The third core element is all about the alchemy of texture and patina. This is where the magic really happens. A flat, monochromatic blue wall can feel cold. A room full of raw wood and stone can feel rustic, even primitive. But when you combine them, you create a multi-sensory experience. The smooth, reflective surface of a hand-painted blue tile is juxtaposed against the rough, matte texture of a limestone floor. The sleek, cool feel of a blue-glazed ceramic vase sits beautifully on the warm, grooved surface of a solid wood countertop. This interplay is what gives the space depth and complexity. Furthermore, we must embrace patina, the beautiful aging that occurs over time. Unlacquered brass faucets that develop a soft, dark film, terracotta pots that get mossy in the crevices, wood that darkens with age and handling. This isn't wear and tear. It's the space acquiring its own history, its own soul. In 2025, we're not designing for a magazine shoot on day one. We're designing for a life to be lived over years. Finally, we tie it all together with architectural integrity and the flow of space. A Mediterranean kitchen is rarely just a box with cabinets. It often involves architectural gestures that enhance the connection to nature and the feeling of grandeur. Think of arched openings instead of square doorways, which soften the sightlines and evoke old-world villas. Think of large, operable windows and doors that open onto a patio or garden, truly blurring the line between inside and out, a key tenet of what's being called biophilic design, a massive trend for 2025. This flow is essential. So as you plan, think beyond the cabinets and countertops. Consider how the architecture of the space itself can support this timeless, soulful aesthetic. Segment 2, the blueprint, spectrum of serenity and drama. Now that we understand the foundational principles, let's get specific about our star player, blue. Not all blues are created equal, and the shade you choose will set the entire tone for your kitchen. We're going to explore the 4 key blue families that are dominating the Mediterranean landscape in 2025, moving from the most serene to the most dramatic. First up, we have the Aegean and sky blues. This is the realm of soft, airy, and optimistic blues. Think of the color of the sea on a perfect, cloudless day. Shades like Benjamin Moore's Palladian blue or Farrow and Ball's borrowed light fall into this category. These are your go-to colors if you want to create a light, bright, and expansive feeling, especially in a smaller kitchen or one with limited natural light. They act as a neutral in their own right, providing a beautiful, cool backdrop that makes white trim pop and allows natural wood tones to shine. This is the essence of the coastal grandmother trend, but with a Mediterranean twist, less nautical, more architectural. Next, we dive into the deeper, more saturated waters of sapphire and cobalt. This is where we inject energy and a dose of sophisticated drama. These are the blues of a twilight sky, of deep ocean waters, of precious lapis lazuli. They are confident, rich, and incredibly compelling. A kitchen island painted in a bold cobalt, like Sherwin-Williams' Commodore, or lower cabinets in a deep sapphire, becomes an instant focal point, a piece of functional art. This approach works beautifully in larger kitchens with high ceilings, where the color can truly breathe and make its statement without feeling overwhelming. To keep it from feeling too dark or heavy, balance is key. Pair these deep blues with copious amounts of warm, light-reflecting materials, a honed Carrara marble countertop, open shelving made of light oak, or walls finished in a warm white plaster. The contrast is simply stunning. For those who crave the ultimate in depth, mystery, and historical resonance, we present inky navy and indigo. This is the blue of the midnight Mediterranean, of aged Moroccan dyes, of sophisticated club-like interiors. Colors like Faro and Ball's Hague Blue or Benjamin Moore's Newburyport Blue are prime examples. Using this shade, particularly on all cabinetry or even on the walls, creates a cocooning, intimate, and incredibly luxurious atmosphere. It's a bold choice, but when executed correctly, it's unforgettable. This look thrives on texture. Imagine inky blue shaker cabinets paired with unlacquered brass hardware that gleams against the dark background. Picture it with a rough, textural wall covering like grass cloth or a lime wash paint that adds movement to the dark hue. The key here is to lean into the moodiness. Use strategic, warm lighting. Think pendant lights with aged brass fixtures and vintage-style bulbs to create pools of light that make the space feel dynamic and inviting, not cavernous. And finally, we have the most artisanal and vibrant category, cerulean and vibrant turquoise. This is the blue of the Amalfi Coast, of hand-painted Portuguese tiles, of a vibrant market in Marrakesh. It's energetic, joyful, and unapologetically bold. This is less about painting large swaths of cabinetry and more about strategic, celebratory applications. The true power of this blue family is realized through tile. A backsplash of handmade zellige tiles in a glistening, variation-rich turquoise can be the soul of your entire kitchen. Each tile has slight differences in color and surface, creating a shimmering, watery effect that is pure magic. Alternatively, you could use this color on a plaster range hood, making it a sculptural centerpiece, or on the interior of open shelving for a surprising and delightful pop of color. This approach pairs phenomenally well with terracotta floor tiles and rich, dark-stained woods, creating a look that feels authentically rooted in the coastal villages of the Mediterranean. Segment 3. The grounding force, a celebration of natural materials. With our blue palette established, it's time to build its perfect partner, the rich, textural foundation of natural materials. This is what prevents the space from feeling like a theme and elevates it to a timeless sensory experience. Let's start from the ground up with the earth underfoot, terracotta, stone, and wood flooring. Your floor is the largest single surface in the kitchen, and it sets the stage for everything. Terracotta is the quintessential Mediterranean choice. Modern, large-format terracotta tiles with a matte seal are a fantastic option, offering warmth, durability, and that undeniable earthy charm. For a more rustic feel, handmade, uneven terracotta pavers with a wax finish are sublime. Alternatively, honed stone like travertine, limestone, or slate provides a cooler, more elegant feel with incredible texture and variation. And let's not forget wood. Wide plank oak, either in a light whitewash or a medium natural tone, adds incredible warmth. The trend for 2025 is moving away from high-gloss polyurethanes and towards matte oil finishes that protect the wood while allowing you to feel its grain, a key part of the sensory design movement. Moving upward, we come to the workhorses of the kitchen, countertops, and cabinetry. This is where we apply the principle of warm minimalism. For countertops, we are saying goodbye to the super reflective, polished granites and hello to materials with a soft, tactile feel. Honed marble is a classic, and embracing its etching and patina is part of the charm. But if marble feels too high maintenance, consider leathered or honed granite or quartzite, which offers similar beauty with greater resilience. A major trend for 2025 is the use of solid wood countertops, particularly on islands. A thick slab of walnut or oak provides a gorgeous, warm surface for prep work and dining, and it develops a beautiful history of knife nicks and oil patinas. The third material element is all about the walls and the statement pieces, what I like to call the soul of the space, plaster, tile, and architectural salvage. This is where you can inject immense personality. Plaster or lime wash paint on the walls is arguably the single most impactful change you can make. Unlike flat paint, plaster has a subtle, undulating texture that creates a soft, luminous quality of light, making the entire room feel like it's glowing from within. It's the ultimate backdrop for vibrant blue cabinets or a stunning tile backsplash. And speaking of tile, this is your opportunity for art. Handmade tiles, whether the iridescent zellige we mentioned, colorful cementine, or intricately patterned encaustic tiles, add a layer of history and craft. Don't be afraid to mix and match. A field of simple white zellige with a single band of vibrant blue patterned tile can be breathtaking. Finally, incorporate architectural salvage, an old wooden beam as a mantel, vintage wrought iron hardware, or a centuries-old stone sink. These one-of-a-kind items tell a story that new pieces simply cannot. To complete this material story, we must focus on the finishing touches, hardware, fixtures, and the art of patina. The metals you choose are the jewelry of your kitchen, and in 2025, we are leaning towards warm, living finishes. Unlacquered brass is the undisputed champion. It starts as a bright, shiny gold and slowly darkens and models with use and exposure to the elements, developing a unique patina that chronicles the life of your kitchen. It's a living finish that adds soul. Blackened steel or wrought iron offers a more rustic, masculine counterpoint, perfect for drawer pulls and cabinet handles, adding a touch of forged, artisanal strength. For lighting, think of statement pieces made of rattan, cane, or aged brass, materials that filter light beautifully and add to the organic texture of the space. The goal with all these elements is consistency. Choose one or two primary metal finishes and stick with them throughout the space to create a cohesive, thoughtfully curated look. Segment 4, Fresh Ideas and 2025 Trends, the Evolution of Mediterranean. The Mediterranean style is not a relic. It's a living, breathing aesthetic that is constantly evolving. For 2025, we're seeing some fascinating fusions and fresh interpretations that make this style more relevant and personalized than ever. The fusion works by taking the clean lines, minimalist sensibility, and light wood tones of Japandi and infusing them with the warmth, texture, and vibrant color of the Mediterranean. Imagine a kitchen with sleek, flat-panel oak cabinets in a light natural finish. The Japandi influence, paired with a backsplash of vibrant, handmade blue zellige tiles, the Mediterranean. Or a deep navy plaster range hood set against walls of pale, textured plaster and floors of pale oak. It's a sophisticated, modern, and incredibly serene take that eliminates any hint of rusticity. Another massive trend that aligns perfectly with this style is the artisanal and the handmade. In an age of mass production, there is a growing hunger for objects with soul, for spaces that feel unique and personal. This is a core principle of the grand millennial trend, which embraces well-made, classic, and craft-oriented pieces. In your kitchen, this can manifest in so many ways. Commission a local potter to create your dinnerware and kitchen canisters. Seek out a textile artist for a beautiful woven runner for your floor. Instead of a standard pendant light, look for one made by a blacksmith or a glassblower. Choose a hand-knotted rug for under your dining table. These one-of-a-kind items don't just fill a space. They fill it with story and intention. They connect you to the maker and ensure your kitchen is unlike anyone else's. The Mediterranean style is inherently biophilic, but we're now taking it further. This means designing your kitchen to physically and visually connect to the outdoors. Large, sliding, or folding glass doors are a must if possible. But even in an urban apartment, you can achieve this. Create a dedicated green zone with a vertical herb garden on the wall using beautiful terracotta pots. Use a stone countertop that mirrors the stone on your patio. Choose a blue for your island that reflects the color of the sky outside. The goal is to dissolve the barriers, making the kitchen feel like an extension of the garden. This not only improves well-being, but also maximizes natural light and enhances the feeling of spaciousness. Segment 5, Bringing It All Together, Your Personal Mediterranean Sanctuary. We've covered a tremendous amount of ground, from the philosophy of color to the specifics of tile and technology. Now, how do you bring this all together into a cohesive, personal, and functional space that feels uniquely yours? It starts with developing your personal palette. Don't feel you have to use every idea we've discussed. This is about editing and choosing what resonates with you. Are you drawn to the light, airy feeling of the Aegean blues, or the dramatic, intimate cocoon of an inky navy? Do you crave the rustic warmth of terracotta, or the elegant cool of home travertine? Start by creating a physical mood board. Digital is fine, but physical with real samples like paint chips, tile swatches, wood stains is even better. See how the materials and colors interact with each other in the light of your own home. This process of curation is the first step in creating a space with soul. Next, embrace the principle of layering, not decorating. A Mediterranean kitchen feels authentic because it looks like it evolved over time. Avoid buying a matching set of everything. Instead, layer in different elements. Pair your new custom-built oak cabinets with a vintage wooden table found at a flea market. Let your modern plaster range hood be the backdrop for a collection of old copper pots. Mix your new handmade dinnerware with a few antique plates. If this has inspired you, I'd be thrilled if you'd like the video. Subscribe for more and share your own kitchen projects and questions in the comments below. I love hearing from you. Until next time, design fearlessly and live beautifully.
Ba ba da ba da ba da ba ba.